Grumpy Prepper. Hi, Grumpy Prepper. How are you? I saw part of your live today. Now you're joining mine. Awesome. You're the first one that I can see in here, even though it says 3 over there. So I don't usually schedule my lives. I usually just say, tonight I'm going to do a live, and then I do a live. Hunting with J&J. I see that you're doing a live here in about an hour, John. Shadow people, yeah. People that are just lurking at you. Do you have a topic for your live, John, or are you just going to fly? Just do it on the fly? Oh, yours is on Thursday. Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw that it was tonight. And so I was like, oh, I got about an hour before J&J starts. I better hurry up and get mine done because everybody's going to be over there. But Thursday, okay. I don't think I have anything going on. I'll try to catch that. I haven't done a live in a while. This is only like my 4th or 5th one I've ever done. But I don't usually ever schedule them. I just say, I think I'm going to do a live tonight. I did it on a Sunday night. I did it on a Wednesday night. And then I've done one in the afternoon one day. Just decided I was going to do one. But it kind of threw off my afternoon. So I think I'm better in the evening. Yeah, so when that's what you did. Fly today. Well, it said on yours, Grumpy Prepper, it said testing. So I figured you were just testing it out. That's how my first live happened. I was testing to see if it would work, and then it actually did work. So I was like, oh, and then I talked for an hour. So, to some people. So I didn't think that many people would show up in there. What is your first name, Grumpy Prepper? I feel like I'm saying something. Sounds very formal, Grumpy Prepper. That was your first one today? You did pretty good. You answered the questions. Pretty good insight. I bought my granola bars today. Derek, okay. I'll write that down. My memory is not always great. So you're the Grumpy Prepper. Are you always grumpy?
Oh, I got to go. You gotta go.
LOL. I have a weird sense of humor. Yeah, it's kind of an off night. I bet a lot of people are probably watching the election. My husband's supposed to give me a update here in a little bit about how it's going.
Indiana and Kentucky.
I don't usually talk publicly about who I voted for because everybody has their own opinion. So I keep my opinions to myself usually. I have my moments, of course, but So, are you going hunting this season, John? You named yourself Grumpy Prepper, but you're not that grumpy. We're all grumpy sometimes. Sometimes in the morning, I'm like, nope, no talkie until coffee. After I've had my coffee, you may speak. Until then, it's not a good idea. I'm not exactly a morning person. Welcome, Big Joe Outdoors. One of the things I think people like when they go into a live, they like it when you say their name out loud. Of course, I like that too. You know, everybody likes for them to say their channel name out loud so I try to always do that. Try to always welcome people. And sometimes I do it by their first name if I know what it is. So, Big Joe Outdoors, I'm guessing you're Joe? Mine's pretty easy, Gail Southern Living, so I'm giving it to you right there. It's Gail. Even the icon is giving it to you because it's saying, I'm from Texas. Yes. See, you got one of those names like mine where you're giving the answer right there. Trying to grow a channel. I didn't look to see how many subscribers you have, Jarek. My numbers are always going up and down. I'm around 150, I think. 110. So we're pretty close. I know J&J's pretty big. He's over 1,000. I don't know about Big Joe's Outdoor if he's a big channel or not. I don't remember everybody's numbers. I remember a few of the big channels because I think to myself, how do they have time to watch my videos if they're such a big channel? But some of them fit it in there somehow. I watch people's videos while I'm doing things, like I'll be doing housework. 327. Hey, that's pretty good. It's a lot better than mine. That's over double mine. But I'll just be watching videos while I'm doing things like, I'll be straightening my hair and somebody's video's going over here, and I'll be working on my dehydrating for a video, and there'll be a video going, not during the video, but while I'm prepping for the video. I'll be walking out to the chicken pen to feed the chickens, and I got my phone in my hand listening to somebody, talk on their video. So, and most of the time I'm pretty good about remembering whose video I saw, but every once in a while, I know I watched some of their videos, but I'm like, which one was it? I don't know. Big Joe Outdoors. So what do you do on your channel? Like hunting and fishing? Are you a deer hunter? Yeah. Yeah, me too. Welcome, Nunya, Texas on the back 20. Farm and gardening. Yes, I like gardening. Kind of caught the tail end of the gardening this year, but I'll have some things coming up. I'm planning on joining the Shed Wars this year. Planning on being on Team Will It Grow. So um, I've been prepping my raised beds and my side garden and some other areas, getting them prepped and ready for the winter. And I don't know exactly when Shed Wars starts, but I'll be doing that gardening competition. But I have a lot of other stuff to work on because I have a new pressure canner. I have a new dehydrator. So I got all that going on right now. Welcome, Her Healthy Home. I've been on your live several times. I find them very interesting. I was very upset that I missed part of it yesterday, and so I just re-listened to it again so that I could hear what all was said during that, which I don't do very often, but there's sometimes I want to hear the content of what they're talking about. Yeah, I find your lives very helpful. I keep mentioning couponing because I'm like the coupon queen, so that's something I can help people with if they're really having a hard time with finances. Subject of tonight. Well, I don't have a subject of tonight. I just haven't done one for a while, so I thought I'd just come on and just say hi to everybody. Yes, I love the fact that yours are structured and you have like a, um, you've written down things that you want to talk about. Yeah, I was just telling them I was planning on joining the Shed Wars for next year. Welcome, Monty's in motion. So do I have Daylin or do I have Tony? I never know if I'm talking to the husband or the wife. Yes, I got all my raised beds. I'm working on getting them all ready. I've been saving like food scraps and stuff to uh, compost with, and shredding up paper, and uh, you know, raking up leaves and getting them ready for my beds and stuff like that. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out what y'all are talking about. Her healthy home says, "Wow, Emu, this is a new one. Is the email for meat?" Hmm. I would like to do canning for canning for meat. Doing a canning project of meat next time. I've just been in the process of putting up putting up food
What do
and
you think about it, baby?
just trying to be prepared. In my small town, we can see some food shortages here. Some places on the shelves that are empty. Like our seasoning sections in our Walmart are almost completely wiped out. Like the little seasoning packets you get that are like spaghetti or beef stew or stuff like that, all that's gone. There's a lot of seasonings missing, and a lot of like bottled juices and stuff are missing. There's like quite a few holes in our store. Oh, okay. Something that Big Joe did. I'll have to look that up. Trying to rise. Yeah, I actually have 12 chickens, so I sell my eggs. Whatever eggs I'm not using, I sell to people. but I use them too. I can make some pretty good omelets. So, but I've been putting up canned goods and pancake mix and flour and I have all my little cubby spots where I've been putting food, just hoping that there isn't really any shortages going to happen, but afraid that there might actually be. Um, well, for a long time, our canning supplies were almost not. I mean, we could find little half pint jars and we could find quart size jars, but we couldn't find any pint jars. But I went in there the other day and they had the pint jars. So I bought some. I canned some beans when I was in, well, they still had pint sized jars. So I bought another set, thinking I'll probably have something else I want to do with those. So welcome, Craze Family Homestead. Well, a lot of the people that are saying that their stores are fully stocked are in bigger towns. I live in a town that's 5,000 people or less. So I think the bigger stores get bigger orders. But they're doing a lot of spreading of shelves. There's a lot of emptiness going on back behind there. Things that are missing, seasonings are missing, bottled juices are missing. I went through and took pictures of some things that were missing. I don't know what I was going to do with the pictures. I considered making a video of it, but there are some serious things going on in our store, in our town. Yeah. Well, even United, we have Walmart and United in this town. Um, our United is missing things like canned enchilada sauce. Their seasonings and seasoning packets are also very light. Uh, I've also heard about a can shortage. My mom is a avid Diet Coke drinker, and she cannot find Diet Coke consistently right now. I can find it in the plastic bottles, but she's having trouble finding it in the cans, and it's cheaper that way. So we started talking about food, and all the guys left. Huh, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, looked into canning enchilada sauce, like like buying a big jug of enchilada sauce and canning it, or like making your own enchilada sauce. Yes, I agree with you. Welcome, Canadian cabin girl from Ontario, Canada. Welcome. We were just talking about food shortages, things that are missing in some of our stores, which I'm seeing some things. Even when I look at the things that we normally get for Christmas, I'm not, because they've moved out Halloween and they're already putting in Christmas. Well, it seems like even some of that stuff is kind of missing, some of the things that are normally there. Hand soap seems to be a problem here. There's one or two kinds of hand soap, and all the other brands are gone. Our dollar store has been out of beans and rice for a long time, and they don't seem to be getting any. Oh, so your canning supplies are out in Canada. Uh, the Tractor Supply is completely out of everything. There might be a few like pickling type things, but that's it. I have rubbing alcohol here. I try to pick up a bottle here and there when I see it, and peroxide as well. Welcome, Tony Montgomery from Oregon Coast. So it's just little things, just little food items that are missing here and there. Um, so you don't know how things are going to go. What's going to happen with the election? Not too worried about too much civil unrest here in our small town, but where my mom lives, it's a little bit bigger of a town, so I'm a little bit more worried about her. So I just pray for peace that, everything's going to go all right with everything. I did early voting, so I've already got my voting out of the way. So I didn't go anywhere near any of that. Yes. Our uh our prices are definitely rising. Um I can see I remember what they were and what they are now, and I'm seeing them rising. They say another thing with putting up food is that you're buying it for the prices now, not the prices it's going to be a year from now. So that's good. Yep, definitely noticed increasing prices. Yeah, another thing that everybody was saying is that you need to fill up your gas tank too. Not sure why, but I made sure and did it just in case, I guess. Yeah, we have hand soap at ours, but they're only one kind. That's it. You have one choice, and all the stores in this town are like that. Which I have to be real careful about what I get because I have, some skin allergies. Yes, I wish everyone would get along too. That would be great. I don't like fighting. Welcome, best yet journey. I don't like fighting. I don't like everybody getting upset. I love everybody. I was raised in church. I go to church. I spent a few years astray, but I have been back in church for 6 years now. So I definitely try to keep my eyes on God and not the situation.
He will see us through no matter what.
That's right. And I have gone on and listened to some of the prepping channels, which some of them are okay and I could listen, but some of them just can scare you and totally freak you out. You have to have a pretty tough skin to listen to them. And some of them I've had to turn off because they get to talking about, violence and things like that. And I just want to, you know, believe in peace and, you know, prayer and things like that. Um, well, I like the Alaskan prepper. I like the Alaskan granny. Um, Homestead Tessie, she puts up food. She doesn't call herself a prepper, but she does put up food. Those are some of the channels that I watched before I had a YouTube channel, which I started in August. I also watch a lot of At Home with Lynn Wilson, which she doesn't call hers prepping. She calls it just stocking up, or she just shows you what she gets at the store. Food is a much happier subject. Yes. Yes. Well, I am doing a cozy fall soup challenge. If anybody wants to join that, it's a open collaboration. Welcome, Saltwater Born. And I recently made my first soup that I made was tortilla soup, and I have another soup video coming up tomorrow because I figured it was starting to get colder outside. So I made some soup, but I have quite a few. Welcome, Miss NB. How are you? That sounds good. I'm trying to read your name. I think it says Laney, but I'm not too sure. If I messed it up, forgive me. So I heard Her Healthy Home said your name in her live yesterday, Miss MB. So, but I think you were on there before I joined it. But when I did the replay, I heard her say your name, so I knew you were on there. So on my channel, I have recipes, gardening, dehydrating, canning, all kinds of stuff. Chickens, I raise chickens. So I have a lot of different interests. And I know you're supposed to stay in one specific group, one topic. But as a Southern woman, we do a little bit of everything. So welcome, Lala Farm. Oh, you had a house guest. Awesome. Yeah. When the prepping channels start talking about, I mean, I have 3 weapons in my house, but I pray to God I don't have to use them. They're actually for hunting, but we all know how to use them, but I don't want to use them if I don't have to. I haven't heard Back Road Homestead. I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to look that up. Daylin is making me type. So you're both there. 70-year-old woman with her teenage daughter trying to adjust. Miss MB, are you saying that you have a 70-year-old woman and a teenager in your house right now? But I don't quite have all the supplies I need, like Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers and stuff like that. But I try to put up the food as best I can. Maybe in kind of a cheap redneck kind of way, but it gets it done. I usually find things out the hard way, so. Look what I got in my lap. This is my baby boy, right? Yes, I love Miss MB. She's a very sweet lady. You are a very sweet lady. I've actually talked to Miss MB on the phone. She's very sweet. I've talked to another channel too. I talked to Simple Suburban Living, Rebecca. She's a very nice lady too. Oh, you're the Tony from Monty's in Motion. Okay. So is it another channel or is it just like like my cell phone has two different sides of YouTube or whatever? Is anyone doing the thankful challenge from Simple Life Reclaimed? Watching on two phones right now. Welcome, the Tinker's Wife. Well, we've been talked a little bit about gardening, a little bit about food, kind of all over the place. I've been doing a lot of work on my raised bed, so I have a bunch of leaves I need to rake up on the side of the house. So I have my husband drove the lawnmower over on the side of the house, so I'm supposed to load that up so I can compost it onto my side garden. So I got my raised beds about half done, and then now I'm going to work on my side garden. Yeah, I thought the thankful challenge was kind of a neat idea. I saw Boonchild did it, and so then I went and looked up the channel that she was doing it for, and I wasn't subbed to them, but then now I am. And then I watched their video on it, and I thought it was a really good idea. So I did one, and I think at the end of it you're supposed to tag somebody, but I thought you were supposed to shout out somebody. So now I'm confused if you're supposed to tag somebody or shout out somebody at the end. Yeah. Well, I guess you could just see that I just do a lot of different things. You never know what you're going to see. Today I made a little short video on my coupons because I save them in an envelope, and then when I get a bunch of them, I do a little video on it. So there's a few people that are following the coupon videos, and so I wanted to be sure to put out what I'm getting currently, so they know. Some companies aren't sending them out right now, maybe to do with the current situation, but most of them are. I'm still getting quite a few. Welcome, Jan. Yeah, I don't. I haven't ever used Mylar bags or oxygen absorbers. I've been wanting to get the oxygen absorbers so that some of my half-gallon mason jars that I have flour in will have an oxygen absorber in them, but I haven't ordered any yet, so that's something I still need to do.
Get the numbers.
Today I was had bought two boxes of the cheap pancake mix that you just add water to, and so I was adding those both into a jar together and then taping the directions on them and labeling what it is and stuff like that. Trying to make sure we have enough food in case anything happens. So Sometimes when I'm doing my live, I like to write down people's names so I can remember because I forget. And then eventually I'll see them. I'll finally remember them eventually. Then there's the easy ones like Simply Jan Homestead. You know, that's Jan. I've watched so many of her videos. Yeah, yeah, I wrote that one down. Now, who's Amy? Is that Canadian Cabin Girl?
I am so glad you were here because it looks like, in fact, you know what? Just pour a little water all over me right now, Dan. I'm excited. I feel like we're winning. Are we not winning?
Oh. Okay. So, so Amy is Cray's Family Homestead. Good night, Canadian Cabin Girl. I keep having stuff pop up on my screen. I'm trying to make it go away. I don't know if it's like people's responses to my videos, my videos, or my responses to their videos, but I just keep having a bunch of stuff popping up on my screen. It won't go away. I need I need someone to come over here and teach me how to do this.
Somebody's asleep in my lap.
I'm not talking about you. Well, my housemates are calling. Okay. Goodbye, Miss MB. Sound like you said you were going. Yeah, it just kept popping up a bunch of stuff. It looks like it was people responding to my comments that I'd made on their videos, I think. Oh, assign moderators. Yeah. Somebody have to teach me how to do that first. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I know a little bit, but not a lot. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to edit my videos, which I'm using Video Guru. It looks like it might be an email account that keeps popping up on here. But it's responses to YouTube things. Okay, so when you're setting a moderator, is that something you do on your computer? Or you just ask somebody to do it and they just watch out for things? Give you the option to assign mods. Huh. Okay. Oh, I see I think I know what you're talking about. There's probably some options up here on this little thing. Participants, pop out chat. Okay, now that's different stuff. It's probably the one that's over here on this side. To the right of your name. You mean like your channel icon? Because the only thing I see up on mine is my channel icon, which is the Texas symbol. But I wouldn't know who to assign as my moderator anyway. Even if I could do it, I don't know who I'd assign that to. No, by our comments. Oh, 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 ow. I have a kitten biting my wrist right now. Ouch. What are you doing, baby boy? Naughty. Naughty kitty. You need a few. I probably do. Huh, yeah. Have to play with that. You hate to play with it while you're on the phone while you're talking to people, because you're like, don't want to mess a bunch of stuff up. So, Patty, what kind of things are you working on right now? I know Jan has been doing some chicken. I'm trying to say chicken processing. I'm trying to think of the right words to use there. Yeah, I'm still learning new things. I'm using that Video Guru on mine right now, and I need to play around some more with it. I figured a few things out. It was actually John at Willie Grow that told me to use Video Guru. So. Oh, settings, community tab. Oh, welcome, Rebecca. Well, have they started getting any results yet? I guess it's not quite time yet. Have some Brussels sprouts to freeze and drink celery and apples. Drying. Oops, drying. Oh. Yeah, I've been doing work with my dehydrator, and I have decided the one thing I am not going to ever dehydrate again is cranberries, because it takes forever. I actually did some last year in the oven before I had a dehydrator, and it was quicker in the oven than it's been in the dehydrator. So that's not something I want to do again. I did do some lime, and what I'm going to use that for is for some homemade potpourri. I saw Homestead Tessie made homemade potpourri, and I thought it was a good idea. So I had a bunch of zinnias that I dried, and some. I'm going to put some cinnamon sticks in it, and some lime, and some different things, and I'm going to make like a homemade Christmas potpourri. I want to get some apples because I think Tessie put apples in hers, and that looked really cool. She put some kind of homemade cookie things in there, which I don't know how to do that, but okay, sounds good. Thank you, Jan. I will look you up with some questions. But yeah, I've already decided cranberries just takes forever, and I don't want to do anymore. I think maybe the next thing I dehydrate will probably be some marshmallows. Because Rebecca made it look so cool and fun, so. And it doesn't look like it would take very long. Yeah, I think dried apples. Maybe, yeah. And I don't think they would take very long because you would cut them kind of thin like you do your think that they would dry really fast. The lime looks really cool dried. I think that's going to look good in potpourri.
Come on, guys.
I haven't decided if I'm going to give it as gifts or just keep it here at the house for myself. Yeah, yeah. I think if I had enough of it, I did buy some cinnamon sticks specifically to put in there, and I'll probably have to get like a really pretty bowl, for like my living room, for like when we're having our holiday parties and stuff. Um, we'll have a bowl of the potpourri out. I know, like a couple of weeks before Christmas. Sorry, my allergies. We're gonna have a little party at our house. So yeah, oranges would be very pretty. It's so neat how the fruit looks dried. Yeah, I think apples would be pretty. Apples, oranges. Trying to think. Yeah, all of those. I had tons and tons of zinnias this year. So I saved some as seed, and some of the bigger, prettier pieces that were still, nice, I saved those for potpourri. Hopefully they won't get squished and stuff. I don't know, my allergies just started acting up all of a sudden. Something's in the air. Are you still in here, Rebecca? It hasn't showed any new chat in a while, so I think when Homestead Tessie did her potpourri, she made little gingerbread cookies and dried them or something. I mean, they were cute, but I didn't catch the video on that where she made those. She's got a lot of cute ideas, though. She's very frugal. If you haven't ever watched any of her videos. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually sitting on my couch, kind of Indian style with a cat on my lap. Yeah, I thought the little girl kitten was gonna be my kitten, but turns out it was the boy kitten that sits on me more. Yeah, I'll have to do a video on that when I go to make my potpourri, which I don't know really what I would show except for just putting it together maybe. And uh, been having trouble finding cinnamon oil. I don't know what's going on with that. May have to order some online. Of course, I know the cinnamon sticks will give it some smell, and the lime, even though it's dried, still has quite a bit of smell to it. The thing that smelled the best dehydrating was the lime. Oh, the smell of that lime going through the house. It smelled good. I liked it. Yeah, I have another craft that I plan on doing with a mason jar. I haven't done it yet. My husband keeps asking me when I'm going to do it. The the uh, the video on that. I said, "Well, I'll get there. I'll get there." But it's kind of a Christmas thing, so I was waiting a little while. So you just have the stuff ready, and then one day you just get the inspiration and you go and do it. So we have an outside cat named Daisy, which is the two kittens that we have. It's their mom, and she is probably pregnant again. Oh, that's right. Cloves would be really good. I love the smell of cloves. Every once in a while, I'll put cloves and cinnamon in a pot with water and just let it make the house smell good. But I actually have a hot spice tea that I make. It was my first video. And so then my husband comes home and he's like, "Where's the hot spice tea?" Because he smells cloves and cinnamon and thinks it's that hot spice tea drink. Welcome, Highland Harry on the prairie. Yeah, my first video, I made like a lot of mistakes and kind of got tongue twisted, and but I think I do that a little bit on all my videos, but I did it worse on my first video. So, Howlin' Harry on the Prairie. What's your first name? Ah, so you got some videos coming up, Harry. Okay. Okay. All right. Welcome, Harry. So technically your name is in the title, but it's spelled a different way. Ow. I have a kitten biting me right now. Little nibbles on my finger. Yeah, hot hot spice cider. Yes. It's kind of like that. It's see, it's like a family recipe, and we put pineapple juice, orange juice, water, cloves, cinnamon, sugar, and lemon juice. And it's a hot tea that you drink. Oh, it's the best stuff. And when I smell it, I always think of Christmas. But sometimes we have it at Thanksgiving too. And sometimes we'll just have it for no reason at all. We just like it. But yeah, that was my very first video. My family was teasing me. They were like, "You're giving away our recipe." I'm like, "But don't you want the world to get to experience our awesome tea that we have? Don't you want them to have that same experience?" Oh, okay. Let's I always seem to lose my pen when I want to write down names and stuff. I always lose my pen, but I did find this time. Now, if I could just deal with the cat biting me, I'd be good. The tinker's wife is in Missouri. Well, I think my icon says where I'm from, Texas. I'm waiting to see what it says because Patty asked you what state you live in, so I was waiting to see if you answered. Who else is still in here? Because it says there's 6 people. Welcome, Walsh Farms. Oh, you're still here. Still listening to me chitter chatter. So has anybody been hearing anything about the election yet? I was supposed to get an update, but I haven't got one yet. So, Daylin, what forest, what state was that forest in that you guys were running through the other day? Well, I say the other day, it could have been months ago. I just watched it the other day, but oh, you're in Oregon. He's in Missouri. Okay, I get it. I've never been to Oregon or Missouri. So the forest was in Oregon? Yeah, I've always wanted to go to that forest in California that has those big, tall trees. That the trunk of the tree is like as big as a house. I've always wanted to go to that forest, that part of California that has that forest. Now, I don't want to get lost in the forest or anything. I just want to look at a few trees. I don't want to like get lost in there or anything, but the redwoods. I don't know. Uh, the trees in Texas are not as big as they are other places. Redwood. Oh, you're talking about the redwood trees are the ones I want to see.
Yeah, California redwoods.
Yes, those are the ones. Yes, I want to see. They even have some where they've actually built a stage on them and stuff like that. I've seen like pictures or videos, like people that have gone to see it. And that's on my list of places that I want to see, which I actually got to visit a place that's been on my list since I was about 17 years old, and it was Montana. My sister-in-law lives in Montana, and so I finally got to go up there and see Montana, and it was beautiful. Very beautiful. I am afraid of heights, so it's beautiful, but also, but I loved it. It was gorgeous. Yeah, beautiful and terrifying all at the same time. Got myself a nice little allergy attack coming on here. Yeah, I still have a few places on my list I want to visit. I would like to visit Tennessee. Of course, the redwoods in California. Where else? I want to go to Maine. When I lived in Rhode Island for a few years, I always wanted to go to Maine, but I never got to go up there. So that is still on my list. Yeah, that sounds fun. Drive through a tree. Wow, that's a big tree. That is a big tree. I do want to see that. It's still on my list. Oh, there's another great redwood forest in South Oregon. That's cool. Yeah, maybe now that I have a YouTube channel, the next time I go visit somewhere, I can hopefully remember what channel is there and maybe do like a meetup when I'm there. I did find another Texas channel. I think I have 3 or 4, maybe they're from Texas. But I found another one the other day, a small little channel called May's Homestead Chronicles, which he has some good videos on trench composting and worm farming. Yes, I do want to see Maine. All the older women when I lived in Rhode Island, they all went on these cool trips to Maine, and I never got to go with them. So in the back of my mind, that's still somewhere I want to go. So I would like to go up there. I would like to go visit Rhode Island again too. I actually still have a couple of friends there. It was really pretty. I was in my early 20s when I moved there for a few years. So while I was there, I got to visit Connecticut, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. So I got to see part of New England. Of course, I got to travel through New York on a Greyhound bus. That was fun. No. Port Authority bus station is terrifying. Here I was, just a little country bumpkin with my pillow and my little cowboy boots, and I'm in this, bus station, and people are approaching me left and right, trying to get me to go outside or do whatever. Yeah, Connecticut is beautiful. Um, it was one of my favorite places to visit around there. I really liked Mystic, Connecticut, because they have a cute little village there called Mystic, Connecticut, Mystic Village, and then right next to it is an aquarium. So it's Mystic Aquarium, and I love aquariums. I like, dolphins and whales and sharks. I like to look at all those animals in there, penguins and all that. So actually, the first penguin I ever saw was in the aquarium there, and I did not know that penguins are so little. Like all the movies and shows I watched, I thought they were big, but they're tiny. I had no idea. I felt really silly that I didn't know that, but I didn't know that.
Alabama, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oklahoma,
Snakes and
Pennsylvania,
alligators. That doesn't sound like much fun at all.
the only
What else you have there besides snakes and alligators? That's not a selling point.
but those are really important ones to
Oregon
consider.
Aquarium has a
Should be noted.
underwater. I've seen some of those. I think I went in one that we had the two. Didn't we go in one that had a clear? The aquarium was all around you, like over your head and stuff. Didn't we go in an aquarium like that somewhere?
We're at
Where was it?
Dallas to Dallas.
The Dallas Aquarium has where you can walk through it, and then there's There's like fish up above you. Newport. Are we talking about Newport, Rhode Island? Oh, I love Newport. I loved visiting Newport. There was like an awesome shopping place there. And of course, it's right next to the ocean. And there's big, beautiful mansions there. And I went on I went through many tours of the mansions in Rhode Island, and they are so cool. There's actually, welcome the overworked gardener. Welcome to the live. There's actually a mansion there that the movie True Lies with Arnold and Jamie Lee Curtis, I believe. Their dancing scene where they do the tango, that is in one of the mansions in Rhode Island. But yeah, there's a lot of places that'll give you tours there. But I loved them. You're talking about Newport, Oregon. Okay. See, I went off. Now you know what's in Newport, Rhode Island. See, I'll have to look up Oregon. I don't know a lot about Oregon actually. I've lived in Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Rhode Island. That's pretty much it. Okay, so you guys are close to each other? That's neat. Walsh Farms, what are you up to today? Yes, diverse in landscape and beautiful. Yeah, sounds pretty. I have to look it up. I know that we're probably not going on a vacation this next summer, but maybe the summer after that, because we have a daughter graduating next year. We'll have a senior graduating. So we're going to skip going on vacation this year and maybe just
Vacation.
yeah, we might just do like a trip to the water park or something. But the year after that, we were actually planning on going on a cruise this year, but because of all the stuff going on, we ended up going to Montana as a backup plan because we didn't really want to be on a ship in the middle of all this, even though they might not have even been going anyway. But dig some peanuts. Yeah, I seen Deborah's Doodles and Digs was digging up some peanuts in some beds, which I've never seen anybody do that before. I didn't know exactly how they grew, but that was pretty neat. Her and her little girl were digging up or pulling out these peanuts, and it was neat. I'd never really seen that or knew how they grew or anything. I don't mind all caps. Some people see all caps as yelling. I see it as you're trying to get my attention and you're doing a good job of it. But that's just my personal opinion. Overworked, yeah. Well, my first name is in my title, Gail, so that's easy. Made it easy for you. It's right there in the title. But yeah, I'll have to look up some pictures of Oregon for that. I guess it'd be 2022 will be our next vacation because of the graduating senior. She's a junior this year, but she'll be senior next year. So we decided we were going to skip a year. So 500 acres. Wow. That's a lot of peanuts. That is a lot of peanuts. I want some peanuts. That's a lot of peanuts. Cool. Yeah, I'd never seen anybody do anything with peanuts. That was my first time. I've seen a lot of things on YouTube that I would have never seen if I had not started watching YouTube channels. Look up videos of Oregon, not photos. Do you have any? Do you have any like scenery or photos on your YouTube channel, like in your videos? Ooh. My computer is doing something weird. Uh-oh. I don't know. Something popped up in front of it. Can you guys still hear me? Uh-oh. I'm having technical difficulties. My computer started popping up something really weird. Well, you will have to do a little scenery video or something like in one of your parks or your mountain areas or somewhere like that. Welcome, Micro Farmer. How is the election stuff going? I haven't got an update yet.
I can't get up.
I'm scared to look. Yeah, I was on.
Now starting to close.
Polls are just now starting to close. Yeah, I just decided at the last minute to do a live because I haven't done one in so long. So here I am. Yeah, there's a few days I was going to do it, but I never did. YouTube won't let you post your videos about Trump. That's not good. Yes. Yeah, I decided today I wasn't going to dehydrate cranberries ever again because they take forever. The onions went pretty quick. The lime went pretty quick. The pineapple was not too bad, but the cranberries are taking forever. I think after the cranberries are finally done, I'm just going to give the dehydrator a break for a little while. I think I'd be better just to put them on a sheet in the oven and let them, because I did some in the oven last year when I was on my plant paradox diet, and they dehydrated quicker in the oven than they're doing in this dehydrator. So But I think next time I'm gonna do something easy like marshmallows. I saw Simply Suburban Living did marshmallows and that looked really cool. I was thinking about making like a hot chocolate mix with it and putting the little dehydrated marshmallows on top. That would be kind of cool. And the pressure canning was kind of hard. Um, I want to do either some kind of meat or maybe some grape jelly next. Yeah, I still have another dehydrating video that's already done. I just need to piece it together and I'll post it one day. Actually, the marshmallows would be fun. Yeah, I think so. I want to see what they taste. I'm gonna guess they taste like the ones that come in your hot chocolate mix that are like on the top that kind of melt into your hot chocolate. I want to guess they're like those kind, the kind that come in the mix. But yeah, Rebecca was showing on her video where she was dehydrating marshmallows. She was showing how many different varieties of marshmallows there are. And like that is a lot of varieties of marshmallows. There's like strawberry and fruit flavors and s'mores flavors and all kinds of flavors. It was like crazy. Oh, you think those are freeze dried? The ones that come in the they might be freeze dried. She said they taste good. She said they taste like candy when you get done with them. They taste like little candy. I don't know. I just want to do it for fun. But there's a few other things I want to do. I want to do like a soup mix where when you're making a soup, you can just just get you a cup full of dehydrated vegetables and mix it with your meat and your broth and stuff and make just a real easy soup with it. Actually, hot chocolate sounds really good right now. Hot chocolate. Well, that didn't work. Okay, so two people said they were freeze dried. I guess they are freeze dried. Well, I listened to your video about the election, and I agreed with everything you said. So, yeah. Some people probably just don't like controversy. That's me. I don't like controversy, I guess. Welcome, Adrian. I'm guessing it's Adrian, not Paul. But it might be Paul. I don't know. Paul's probably doing his own live about the election, if I had to guess. Yeah, Adrian. Yeah. I thought so. I don't think I've seen you in my live before. Welcome. Yeah, I was just talking about the hot spice tea earlier. Hot spice tea or some hot chocolate sounds really good right now. Is anyone hosting Thanksgiving at their house this year? I am going to be hosting my first Thanksgiving this year. My brother and his wife and their 2 kids, and my mom and my husband and myself will be here. My 2 stepdaughters will be with their mom. This is their year to be with mom for Thanksgiving, but that means we get them for Christmas. So there'll be about 7 of us here. So not a real big group, but be my first time hosting Thanksgiving. You live streamed Thanksgiving last year. That's cool. Well, my live streams are never scheduled. They're just winging it. Just whenever the thought crosses my mind and the motivation is there to do it. I'm not much of a public speaker, so sometimes I have to talk myself into it. Bywash Farms. Ooh, making dinner and homemade hot chocolate. Okay, that sounds good. Yes, I'm glad you guys made it too. Good night, micro farmer. Bye, Adrian. Well, I've been on an hour and 22 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and end this live. And I'm going to say thank you to everyone for stopping by and chatting with me. And have a good night, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.